been some time since my appearance last. Here at InVain Site, I received a request from personnel of InVain Site. You know what? I was hesitant to agree to this request, as I was unsure of the importance. However, what I've been asked to do does have interest to me, and so let us get to that task, and then I will depart. The sooner, the better. You may have heard of this book, this story, No Place for Time, by Mr. Daniel Vane. InVain Site, so Mr. Vane. I have been requested to share a passage in the hopes of stirring greater curiosity in others to know more of the story from which this passage is drawn. Let us begin. The woman smiled warmly. She was now standing directly in front of the anxious demon. Her hand moved, caring, to the demon's cheek, and he felt a sensation he had never felt before. As if he were a newborn being held in mother's arms for the first time. And for the first time ever in this far demon's expansive existence, the smallest inclination ever of a tear formed in the most minute corner of his eye. Her smile grew stronger and her eyes brighter, but only for the briefest of moments. And her eyes jumped into shock, and at that moment, the saw demon himself knew the reason for her anguish. The Quatercois could feel large, vice-grip hands around the back of his neck. A loud, shuddering laughter now rang to his ears. The air whipped up into a frenzy, and the lake's waters whirled into large, smashing waves. The spa demon watched as the woman struggled against Krinze's right hand and arm in a mirror-like fashion to his own struggle against Krinze's left. The large red demon shook his prisoners violently to halt their struggles. He then maneuvered his hands around to the front of their necks so that he could look into their faces. His laughter subsided as he first stared into the face of the woman. The fear on the woman's face grew in direct relation to the intense rage that grew in Krinze's eyes. As Quatercois felt the woman's fear grow, so did his own. A growl rumbled up in Krinze's throat. Krinze spoke through clenched teeth, showing them to the woman before turning his intense attention to Naquatakois with a continued growl. We stand! Krinze's grip tightened. His victims' faces cringed accordingly. He switched his attention between them a few times, and then, with thunder behind his voice, and focusing straight out towards the lake in front of him, the horrific red demon yelled, "United!" The large, powerful red demon slammed the woman and the smaller water demon together. "You fall!" Krinze tossed the two with great velocity into the middle of the lake. The water exploded as they entered into it, and all the lake at once seemed to jump into the air, then came crashing back down as a heavy rushing rain. When the waters of the lake finished falling, Krinze remained at its shore watching. He watched for some time before he could even pretend to be satisfied that he had accomplished what he had set out to do. The red demon turned towards the woods to leave the water's edge. But before he could complete the turn, he froze. His eye had caught something, or someone. No place to hide.